Hey guys, back at it with another roulette strategy to put against a survival test. Today we got one from One Say Man. One Say Man. This one, he didn't have a name for it, but I'm gonna just name it Unbalanced Dozen. Unbalanced Dozens Grind. Okay. So this is it's a very simple betting progression, but let's see if it pans out today. But before we jump into that video, I do want to go over the survival test guidelines for anybody new to the channel. This test was created to weed out the good from the bad. Every system will get a fair shake at 90 spins. This is about an hour and a half of live playing time in the casino, so there won't be a time limit. We're going to play out all 90 spins or until the system fails. Every system will get a grade on performance posted at the end of each video. All results, all of everything, unedited. All videos are posted, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you're new to the channel and want to join me on the quest to finding the best, please consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date because it won't hurt you none, but it might help you some. So with that being said, let's jump into today's video and I'll explain as we go. And this is also, so indicative of the name, it's going to be a grind. But we're going to see if it pans out. It has a very safe, slow progression. Low bankroll, and we're going to start off with 2 units, and it doesn't matter. He didn't specify what 2 dozens he likes to play, so I'm gonna just keep it random today. So we're just gonna go 2 here, 2 here, start the test, and this is spin number 1. And of course we started off with a 0, so that's a full loss. So we're gonna repeat the bet. We're gonna keep the bet placement here since we got a 0. And let's see, losses, we're going to add 2 units on one of the dozens. So we're just going to pick a dozen and add 2 units, and the other one stays there. This is spin number 2. And we missed that one. So this is where the unbalanced dozens come in. So we're going to rebet, and we're only adding 1 unit to each. Okay, so now we have 5 on the second dozen, 3 on the third dozen. And we're aiming to reset at a new session high, and we started off with awful numbers. But that is why we test. So 1 each. Now we're at a 6-4 bet. Total bet is $10. We are in not a new session high, but a new session low at -18. That is a 31 black. That's a small win, but we're going to hold the bet here on wins. We're only increasing on losses. And we do have 24 numbers covered, so we should be winning more than we're losing. And we started off bad, so let's see if it could dig itself back out of the hole. This is spin number 6. Another $2 win. Bet stays here. And the better win to get would be the dozens in the center. That second dozen finally hit, and that's an $8 win. We're not there, but we're going to hold our bet here. And there's another full loss. Simply rebet and add 1 unit each, keeping that unbalanced dozen. So you're going to have a small win on the third dozen and a bigger win on that second dozen. And of course, you're going to get full losses if it hits the other one. Add 1 unit each, $14 total bet. New session low is $26, -$26. And we got a 33. That's only $4, but we keep the bet the same on wins. Trying to hit that center dozen. And we finally got it with a 17 black. Let's see what that paid out. That's $10. Bet stays here. That's not quite enough to get us back into session profit. This is spin number 10, and we're currently -12. And we got another one, so that's going to help out. So we're close to even now. Bet stays here. So it seems like you're really banking on a lot of consecutive wins. But again, we started really bad, and we're getting a lot of bad numbers. But that's why we test this out, to see if it could survive the longer test. And got another good number right there. Let's see what that pays out. There's $11. Bet stays here. We're going to need, actually, I don't think we start off bad. We haven't even been in a session high. So that is, let's see what that is, $5. We're back to even. Bet stays here. 1 more hit, and we could reset the bet. hoping to get that center dozen, but we didn't. So that put us back to, so we're in a new session high. It's not much because we started off with bad numbers. Let's see, let's go ahead and reset. Back to our base level is two units on 2 dozens. 5 is the high, and we got a new high right here. So we're just going to rebet and spin. We're at $7 in profit. There's another hit, so we collect and rebet. And another win. So new session high is going to be $11. So we're on a nice little win streak right now. And this is definitely a grind it out style of betting. So we rebet, and when we get that loss after the first at base, we're going to add 2 units. So seems like these were hitting. So let's just put 2 here. Now we're unbalanced on our bets, hoping to get a high number. And we didn't. That's another full loss. So from here, we're just simply adding 1 unit each. Seems like this was designed and geared towards protecting bankroll while making low profits. And there's another full miss. So a long streak, which is odd for having this much coverage. As you've seen, we just went on a long winning streak. All right, so we got a hit on the third dozen. That's an $8 hit. We're up $1, so keep the bet the same and respin. Keeping in mind, our high was 11, and we started off with a bunch of bad numbers. But let's see if it can climb back. This is spin number 20. Another full miss. Currently -7, and another full miss. I'm thinking maybe moving around the dozens may be a good idea, but I'm just doing this for demo purposes. As always, you guys want to test these on the sim yourself. Also, you can make your own modifications to any of these systems. This one seems like it has a slow progression just to protect the bankroll. It may not be enough to climb back if you get a huge string of losses. So keep that in mind, which you probably shouldn't because you have more coverage than not. But we lost again right there, so we increased 1 unit. And I believe this is our new session low at 29. And it keeps hitting that first dozen. So let's go ahead and add a unit. New low is -45. Finally got a hit. And that's $12. Bet stays here. There's another hit. So it's a smaller hit, but it's a win. So let's go ahead and rebet. Keep the bet here. This might be good to maybe just increase on losses as well as wins. And maybe that'll get us back quicker, but we're keep hitting those bad numbers. We're back down -45. That third came up again. That's a $13 hit. Bet stays here. I'm going to see how it runs to the halfway point. I'm thinking if you increase win or lose, that might be a little bit better progression. But let's give it like at least till that 45 spin mark. And if it's not in session profit, I'm gonna do like a midway adjustment. All right, so we are getting some wins right now. It's not enough. We're gonna need quite a bit of wins to get back to our session high, which is only 11. This is spin number 30, and we got another hit. So we will rebet and spin. Okay, so nice win streak. Where are we at? We're up 2. Bet stays here. So it did drop -45. So there's like a lot of teetering up and down. Let's see where that put us. Okay, so it did dig itself out of the hole. So let's go back to base and keep it safe. We're going $2 bet here, $2 bet here. I'm just keeping it the same. Same 2 dozens, This is just demo purposes. You can move around the dozens as you wish. We are going to take note of the new session high at 15. We got another $2 win. So it's a new session high at 17. There's another full loss. So we're going to pick a dozen and let's go. Let's keep it over here. So at this level, if you hit that middle dozen, it's going to be a push. And we didn't hit anything. That's a full loss. So we will rebet. Now you add a unit there, add a unit there. Okay, we got a hit right there. I think that's only $1. Yep, only $1 coming back. So bet stays here. We're at $8. Our high was 15. That's a $25 hit. That's a better payout. $7. Let's see where that put us. We're back to 15. Oh, actually our session high was 17. Let's keep the bet right here. Our session high was at 17. So one more hit and we'll be able to reset, and I think we got it. Yep, 13 black. Only at 16. I'm going to hold the bet one more time. Let's see if we could get a third dozen hit. We did not, but that's okay. That's still a win. So we're going to go back to base and keep it safe. $2 on each. We're back at session profit, or session high at $17. And that was a good reset because we lost right there. So let's go ahead and rebet. Let's go ahead and put $2 here. Keeping that unbalanced dozen. And another 6. Not the number we want. We rebet. Add a unit here, add a unit there. Total bet is $8. This is spin number 40. Another loss, so we rebet. Add a unit each. All right, 27 hit. That's a $2 win. We will collect and rebet or respin. Another 25. Rebet. And another full loss. I mean, it's definitely a bankroll. Like you're protecting your bankroll, but there's a lot of teetering up and down. So this would probably be best to get up a little bit and check out. So we won right there on one of the higher cover dozens. Pays out a little bit better, and we got another hit on there. Let's see where that put us. That's $9. We're up 11. Not there, so let's hold our bet here and respin. Another full loss. So we are going to need to get on another win streak to reset. And that's not a good number. It's a $5 win, rebet and spin. Another total loss. This is spin number 50. Let's do this. Let's see if this helps out a little bit. I'm just going to do a mid modification and loss or win. We're going to bump it up. We are currently near the session low. We got down to 45 in the past, and we got a win right there. So mid tweak, we're just adding unit. Win or lose, I think this is going to help it a little bit. Still keeping that progression fairly slow, but these bad numbers keep coming out, so that's definitely not going to help. Win or lose, let's add. We are in a new session low at 59. Can it climb back? We will see. We're going to need a long winning spree. $9 win, rebet, add a unit. Win or lose at this point. That was just my mid tweak. Maybe I should have started off that way. We'll find out if that helps any. So we're currently minus 50. We got a nice $16 hit. Let's see if we could keep this win train going. All right, 27's a hit. So we rebet, increase a unit, win or lose at this point. We're in 55 spins. Another whack. Rebet, add a unit. A lot of first dozens today. We are in a new session low at minus 82. $19 hit, rebet, add a unit. This one does have a small bankroll of $250 with dollar units. But it is definitely like the title. It's a grinded out style. Not sure if it's going to pan out today. We are at minus 97. It's the new low. We're going to need a long streak to get back. Win or lose. Adding a unit. We're at spin number 60. We are nearing the end. There's another win. Let's get a few of those. Another win. Okay, so we're on a good streak right now. The problem with this is you need so many consecutive wins to get back. But the idea of covering more numbers, I mean, you should be winning more times than you're losing. But you can see with roulette, anything could happen. And that's why we do these long form tests. So we are chopping back at that deficit. There's another full loss. So it seems like we're going to need maybe like a 3-to-1 ratio for wins and losses. Because see these full losses, they just drop you so quick. $107 is the new session low. All right, another good hit. $20 coming back, and we rebet and spin. We're at spin 65 at this point. This whole time we have been chasing losses. All right, so we're on a little win train again, so let's keep this rolling. Minus 35. A couple more hits, we should be back in profit. All right, $21 on that one. All right, minus 14. We're going to need 2 more hits and we could reset. All right, 26. That's $21. We're up $7 again. Rebet, add 1 more unit. Let's get 1 hit right here. That's all we need. And we got it. 31 black. Okay, let's see. New session profit is at 29. Doesn't seem super high, but again, this was designed to be a grinder style strategy. Some may like it, some may hate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As usual, we are in a new session high, $31. Bet stays here. So we dropped down minus 107 and it did climb back. I would say it's pretty unusual. This is spin number 70. It's pretty unusual to get that many losses when you have this high of a coverage. But of course, anyone that's played this game for a while knows this can happen and eventually will happen. So that's why I created this test to kind of show like long format, see what can happen. And we did dig ourselves out of the hole, so that is nice. So let's go ahead and unbalance in that dozen. Let's see if we could avoid a long streak of losses. And we got a win right there with the 27 red. That's a $6 return. And we got new session profit at $35. Okay, not much, but it did come back from that long losing streak. That's something. So I don't know if the progression could be adjusted a little bit. Or maybe it's fine just like how it's designed. That's a $2 return. We're going to rebet, keep it here. New session profit is at 37. Another full loss. Let's rebet. Add 2 units to the third. We're at spin 75. All right, full loss right there. So at this level, we add 1 unit each. And I'm going to hold the same thing I've been doing. So win or lose, I'm going to go ahead and just from here on forward, if we need it, we're going to add. So we are near session high, but we're not quite there. So we're going to rebet. We won, but like I said, I made that midway tweak. So we're adding 1 unit, win or lose. And I think that may have helped it out a little bit because we did dig ourselves out of that hole. All right, $8. New session profits at $42. I think that adjustment was just right. So back to base, keep it safe. $2 on each dozen. On 2 of the dozens. Another win. So at this level, we are in print mode. So I'm not gonna increase on wins at this point because we're continuously hitting new profit at base level. All right, so 44 is our high. We got another whack, so we're gonna go ahead and rebet and unbalance the dozens right here. See, so that was a push. All right, so we're gonna add 1 unit each. Another full whack. Win or lose, we're adding a unit. This is spin number 80. So we got 10 more to go. And that's a nice $8 hit. We're at 40. We're going to rebet. We're increasing on wins and losses. Spin 81. Let's see if we could finish out strong. And we got another hit with a 36. And that pushed us into a new session profit of $49. All right. So if you guys have seen any of my previous videos, I am a conservative gambler. So at $50, very happy. I'd punch out for the day. Not sure I'm totally in love with this one. But again, unusual to get that many losses with 24 numbers covered. But of course can happen and eventually will happen. But this did come back from that loss. So let's unbalance over here. All right, back on a losing train. Rebet, add a unit each. A lot of bad numbers and a lot of zeros today. Maybe it would have been smart to do a hedge bet on the zeros. All right, there's a hit, $8. We're not quite there, so we rebet, add 1 unit. 1 more hit, and we should be in a new session profit. Let's see if we could get it here. And we did. 27. Red is a $3 return. Our high was 49. We're not quite there, so let's go up 1 more unit, 1 more spin. Let's see if we could get it here. This is spin 86. We got, all right, 3 is another whack. All right, we add a unit. Spin 87. We got 3 more to go. And another full loss. So definitely ending bad. All right, we got 2 more spins after this. Oh my God, we just lost. We're losing all our profit. Rebet, add a unit. 1 more to go. So, I mean, it did survive the test as far as longevity goes. We got a hit right there. Let's rebet for our last spin, adding a unit. We got a $3 profit, not much. But, of course, you're not going to end exactly at 90 spins. You're going to end when you're in a new session profit. All right, so we technically ended at a total profit of $11 out of 90 spins. We did peak out at $49, almost $50. So if you're shooting low, I could see how this could be a good system for you to get up 20, 30, 40, $50. if you're willing to sit down, have the patience to grind it out. I did make that midway tweak, and I think that that was probably a good adjustment. I'm kind of wondering now, if I would have started that way, would we have more profit? Because it did seem to help. And like I said, we got down to a minus $107 on this. So like the title says, super grinded out style. Progression is built, basically to protect your bankroll, which it did. Bankroll set for this was $250. Can be lower if you're using 50-cent pieces, 10-cent pieces, of course. Just simple math, just do it yourself. And yeah, I don't know if I'm super in love with this, I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. I think maybe if you go a little more aggressive, it's okay to be a little bit more aggressive on the progression with this one. Because like I said, today you've seen a ton of bad numbers, very, very long losing streaks, and it still ended in profit, and it still had a high of 49, and that's, I don't know. Some people don't mind playing like that. But like always, let me know what you guys think about this. And of course, always test before you actually run with the system. That's why I started this channel. I do want to give you longer format videos to show you what can happen if you get in the weeds. And I'm actually kind of glad when you start losing a lot, not in real life, but like for simulation purposes, because it shows, can it come back? And it did. So not a great performance, not sexy numbers today, but one key factor is it did come back off a slow progression. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And like always, guys, till next time, be cool, stay cool, peace.